Good morning, I'm Kyle with the design team, and it's another weekly vlog. Today's Tuesday. Monday I didn't vlog because it's always just a crazy day. Today I'm wearing a beanie because it's dropped below, well, we'll say below 60 degrees. It's been in the low 50s. It's been like 50 degrees today, which is phenomenal for Florida. I live for days like this. It's like, oh man, this Florida thing's pretty good, you know, I like this. And then the other 315 days, it's just like, wow, this is the worst place on earth. We are going to start charging for designs. So think of it as the evolution of where we started with the deposit system. We initiated the $1,000 deposit to get into design. Basically, that deposit was then a credit towards your purchases. Once we actually finished the bill or the planning and all of that. The whole point was we were too busy, couldn't handle it. It was becoming very popular, and we needed a way to be able to, without just throwing more people at it, we needed a way to be able to kind of cull things down a little bit to where we could handle it, we could still provide really great service. We're kind of getting into that again to where now we've got so many people that are reaching out for design that me, Ed, Scott, and Donnie, it's too much to handle for 4 people. We're not an architecture firm by any means, but we're working on anywhere between 75 to 100 projects at a time. And it's insane, it's too much. So the next iteration of that deposit system now is to just start charging. Most architects that we come in contact with don't even want to do anything with the garage. They just want to put a box, put some basic contractor lights in there, put some outlets on the wall. It gives them a place to put the water heater and some of the mechanicals and whatever, and then that's it. That's all they want. We're obviously doing something very different than that. We have access to some of the best products in the world here. All under one roof, all under one store, all under one YouTube channel, and one design team, and it's just something so different than what you can find anywhere else, even with the people that try and copy it or whatever. It's kind of dumb to just give that away for free. I just feel like it's going to bring a better valuation to it, to where the clients that come in, they know what they're paying for. They know that there's an equal exchange of value here, and they're going to appreciate it more, I think. Rick, our business coach, he was saying that there's no business in the world anywhere that offers a product or a service, especially one that takes up so much time and energy and resources and manpower, that doesn't charge for that. So that's what we're doing. That's the next iteration. All right, it is now afternoon, 3:30, leaving here in a little bit. When I left you guys earlier, I had an interview, and I've hired Brooke. So she's going to join the design team. It's going to be pretty awesome. I still need to hire one more person. So I mentioned that a while back that I might be doing that. I am. Shoot me an email if you want, if you're interested. Working with the client from that initial Zoom call to doing the design, working with Chief Architect Premier, producing renders, creating the documentation and deliverables for the client, answering questions and being that expert. Somebody who's obsessed, somebody who understands what we're doing here, somebody who's sold out and bought into the vision of Obsessed Garage, watches the videos, that sort of thing. If you are that person or somebody, shoot me an email, kyle@obsessedgarage.com. All right, it is Thursday, heading to Orlando, gonna meet Nick over at a lighting, I don't know if you'd call it a convention, but it's more of a little showcase event, I guess, from Lutron. We got invited by our lighting supplier, and hopefully we'll learn some new stuff about some lighting controls and that sort of thing. Nick and I might have a little man date, a little bro date afterwards, and go to IKEA. It's kind of small town folk. We don't get out to the big city very much. So, and my wife hates IKEA. She cannot handle it. It's an anxiety attack. And actually, I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. A lot of their stuff is junk, but they've got some cool stuff. And then, we'll see what we can get into. All right, I'm gonna drive. It's gonna take me about an hour to get there. It's right in the smack middle of Orlando, at the AC Hotel by Marriott or something like that. Pretty cool. I think I just saw Nick down here in the kind of like the, I don't know, what is that, the 18th floor lobby area. I saw Chris Buckaloo, who's our lighting rep guy for all the lighting and controls and all of that. We usually talk with him and make everything go through him.
Yeah, Nick.
Nick. There he is. There he is. I am Kyle. Nice to meet you. So we're here. Look, I think the main part of this event is controls. So Lutron, Athena. We helped a client, Lawrence, figure out an Athena setup for his giant, garage shop at one point. I think the necessity of that was because we were doing the Utopia lights that have not only dimming control but color tunability. So if you're not doing like pre-smart cast or something like that, where it's kind of like built in their own proprietary system, you have to use a system like Athena, which lets you be able to control not only dimming but the color temperature and stuff like that. There's extra control functionality in that that you don't get with like Raw2 Select or Caseta, something like that. So a little bit more intense. So it'll be interesting to see what we get into, what kind of stuff we learn. I don't know really quite yet what it is, as I keep saying. So we'll find out, and yeah, we're gonna have.
We'll see. A lot to learn. So I feel like I shouldn't be here. I feel like this place is way too nice.
We're a little out of our element. But even looking in here, I'm seeing some cool lighting. We got some, recessed linear lights. This is very similar to what we would do from Utopia. Used to be like the Cree Stylus. I don't know what these are, but all right. So we're in the little Cree booth talking to Rob about some of the Cree lights and how they've got Athena T-series control built in, so that way you don't need 0 to 10 volts and stuff like that. So with these lights, it has an Athena node built in, which is a lot more difficult to set up. I think you have to have a Lutron guy actually come out and commission it and stuff like that, which we have done for 1 or 2 projects for some other lights. But the benefit of that is it gives you control over not only intensity, dimming, but also color temperature. So these flex troffers that Matt has talked about before, these specifically have color tunability. I'm not sure what the range is. It doesn't say that I can see. I'm sure it's pretty decent range, but what that means is with the Athena kind of basically a hub built in, all you have to do is run your typical 120 volt to this light. You don't have to run any other 0 to 10 volt wiring or anything like that. So that's actually pretty awesome. And then this is the Cadient dynamic skylight that Matt has talked about before, which has, Rob was saying, 3 different nodes built into it from Athena, the Lutron nodes, because it's got the light here, it's got the light here, and then it has something else. I'm not sure what the third one is, but basically this will mimic a skylight and mimic, your different times of day, from a really warm morning to, nice and blue and bright during the day or the middle of the day, and then back to, warm during the afternoon. So it's pretty cool. So maybe Athena, something we'll get into more. It's just going to have to require a lot more specking out from us, and having a Lutron guy come out. It's not really a DIY type of thing. Other than the install, you can install it yourself, and this makes it way easier because for a light like this, or maybe even a I don't know if this type of thing is going to be able to be introduced into like the LS fixtures, but it'll give you the opportunity to not have to run 0 to 10 volt and all of that, which is, I think, pretty nice. All right, so this is actually turning out pretty cool. We just talked with Shaq
from Scout Lighting. Let me show you the stuff right over there. There's kind of a crowd over there. I'll see if I can kind of show you some stuff. But they have a really modular type of track lighting, not track lighting, but like the strip light type of thing. They had a kind of more industrial looking enclosure for like a wall wash type of fixture, which would be cool, you know, maybe like on the ground behind a car washing the wall. So this is something that I'm seeing is more of an architectural, you know, aesthetic design type of thing, which we don't really have right now. One of the things he was talking about was this little custom sconce thing that they have. And they can make it out of any material, any size, any shape. Acoustic, wood, metal, whatever. That could be a really cool architectural element that can be dimmed, has tunable white functionality. Again, a lot of their stuff, because of this show that we're at, is all about like Athena. So it'd be super cool to have a product like that that could be a more artistic element in the garage. We could actually work with them to make some custom, not hex lights. They could do that, but you know, something like that, different shapes or whatever, but it actually be high quality. All their stuff is 90 CRI. Color tunable or not, if you don't want that. They use Cree LEDs, which is cool. So, you know, if you paired it with, say, like a recessed, or their recessed strip lights, like in the wall for like a detailing bay or something like that, theoretically it would match if you had, you know, the Cree LS overhead. So that'd be pretty sweet. I think we're gonna head on out. What do you think?
It's pretty good. A lot of information. Not all of it was pertaining to us, but it's cool to like meet people and just be around and kind of,
Yeah.
you know, it's cool to be invited to events like this where we normally wouldn't be. So
Yeah, like I was saying, this is not a normal thing that we do, but
yeah.
it was cool to meet a lot of the faces that we've been emailing. You know, the guys at Cree, Lutron affiliated, which is our kind of like our entryway into this and our main distributor, supplier, I don't know how to call it, but they kind of help coordinate all of the different lighting manufacturers and all of that. So it was really cool to you know, talk with them and learn a little bit more about the stuff. The Athena platform is simplifying and growing. You still have to have I guess a Lutron guy come out and commission it, which sucks for us. We'd prefer that, you know, you'd be able to just buy it and install it yourself. But for certain garages, as we're getting into more intense, you know, color tunability and... All right, sorry. We had some visitors get in the elevator, and it would have been a little awkward to continue. So yeah, Athena, which you have to have a Lutron guy come on site and commission it for you. You get the ability to have fixtures that are color tunable or, you know, RGBW or whatever. The lighting fixtures that have the ability to do that are much more expensive, but it's become much less complicated because of their new little node and hub system. Before, it was this really complex, you know, wiring and control box that has to, you know, be installed in your space, and all this, you know, different controllers and stuff like that. Now it's very similar to Raw 2 Select, except for the fact that it can do more stuff and you have to have a guy come and configure it for you. It's just like a little hub and some little control modules that go in the lights. It's very simple. One of the things that struck me was the potential of doing the Ketra lights, which are a Lutron product that has complete, you know, 16 million color tunable whatever. Using those in a garage would be really cool for, you know, specific areas, you know, spotlighting a car that's on display or something like that. You can tune the color to the point to where you can pull out the reds or pull out the blues and make those pop. It's almost like a contrast and saturation type of effect from the light source, and how that colored car stands out. You know, say maybe you've got a race car that's on display or something like that with some kind of cool livery. You can really get fine-tuned detail out of the subject from those lights, which is really cool. They use them a lot in like museums and art galleries and stuff. It just gives us more context
to lighting to where I feel like I can now better design garages with lighting than I could, even before this event. So I'm really excited. So, all right, we're gonna go run some errands and do some things. I'm gonna hang out with Nick for a little bit. Catch you guys in a little while. Morning. It's Friday, last day of the vlog. Just filled in Scott and Ed on the lighting event we went to yesterday. I'm pretty pumped about that. I think lighting is one of the biggest things that we're going to be getting into. Let's check over on
Wait.
this guy.
Wait.
Oh god.
Take two. Let's go check in on Bryce and see what's going on over here. Oh my gosh, what is this guy doing?
Dude, can you give me a ride back? My Civic doesn't start. I mean, you live only like a couple blocks away from me. I think you could just give me a ride. Or
Yeah.
can you flat tow the Civic back to my house? I got a Strat.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
We could do that.
So yeah, that's alternative Bryce. He owns a '93 Civic.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So what does this Bryce own though? Like this is not much.
He owns
not
a
that
91
much.
Miata.
91. That's
That
perfect.
starts every time. I love that thing.
Every time the fourth time.
No, that car starts every time. It sat for like 7 months, and I cranked it, and it started instantly. I'm sure the gas was terrible on it, but it did start. You can run a Miata on like anything.
You got the snap-on gnome over here?
Yeah, I think we're gonna fill it with tannerite. We're gonna cut a hole in them, fill it with tannerite, and then explode it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, because I think
snap-
anyone can just get tannerite or whatever.
Really?
Like it's not. I don't think you need a special designation to buy it.
Seems sketchy.
It does. I've seen people blow up refrigerators with it. It's fine.
Bryce is 3D printing like crazy. He's got his little bamboo
I'm
lab.
not gonna tell you what it is. You can just think of what it is.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
working
what
on
it
some
is.
new products.
There's a bearing in it.
Designing it in Fusion 360. Is that what this is?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Fusion 360 is pretty cool. I think we should do that for garage design. Get some cool renders. Let me go see what else is going on.
Delivery tomorrow. Flat tow that thing.
No. What are you guys working on over here? Solving problems?
Creating them. So
Creating problems. Oh, great.
Soap injection. Ed said you have a customer with dual Prenza that wants to do soap injection. So I have that at my house still.
Oh, yeah, the
so I was gonna
Mosmatic thing.
Bring it here so we could test because one of the questions we have is how much soap do you rifle through with the thing?
Right.
I know with the lower GPM pressure washers it goes like crazy. It sucks a lot up. But for some reason if you increase the flow rate of the pressure washer, supposedly the suction draw is less from the chemical injection.
Probably more GPM of water flow you have going through. It's gonna suck the same amount of product. It's just it's mixing it with more water rather than less water. I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, so I was hunting for soap we could get quickly because I don't want to rifle through really expensive GSF and reset.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I was like, maybe we can get out of this car shipment because we used to.
It's so thick though. Do you think it would work well enough?
Well, that's another good thing to test is the viscosity is really important, right?
Right.
So most cell phones nowadays are actually pretty liquidy, but the older stuff, maybe, I don't know, maybe it'd be a good thing that it'd be thicker and it would draw less it being thicker. So that's maybe something we should try.
Maybe.
Find one that's pretty thin and then one that's thick and compare.
This
Rinse
one.
Wash, car wash.
They
Brilliant
have-
finish.
Yeah, maybe it's that one.
Oh, they have the small foam though. That's probably.
Yeah, but they
thinner.
probably don't sell that at Ace or at Advance or whatever.
They might.
I need to dig into some emails and kind of get some work done. And yeah, check in with you guys a little bit later. See ya. All right, lunchtime. We're heading to Racetrack to get some snacks. Racetrack. Thank you. Oh. Manny's car, all of his cars, smell like a very specific scent.
And I think he's using, Manny, aren't you using the company that makes our scents for your garage?
No, I'm using Bath and Body Works. I'm sorry.
I got out of my car at work one day and got a whiff of this, you know, nice kind of cologne-y kind of smell. And sure enough, it was his car. So it's like all the rubber seals and I don't know, somehow the paint, everything just absorbs that smell in his garage so that his car has this like permanent cologne smell to it. It's pretty funny. So might be worth it trying it with the OG scents, and then you could have the OG signature scent on your car when you go to, you know, Cars and Coffee and stuff.
And it doesn't wash away. I can confirm.
Ah, so like you wash the car and it's still there?
And it's still like very mildly there.
That's funny. Yeah. Matt's jumping out of here with some special soaps to go try out. Have we gone public with those yet?
I think so. Okay. Christmas snow foam.
Pretty fancy.
It's GF. What is it called? GSF. They call it GFX. Gentle Snow Foam Christmas Edition. I'm not normally this kind of thing, but sucker for this, but it's awesome.
It smells really, really good. But yeah, week is done. It's Friday. We're all heading home now. Everybody's pretty much gone except for a few people. And really just spent a lot of time today finalizing, or at least coming up with a better system for how we're going to start charging for designs, what that's going to look like. So yeah, I'll give you guys some more info on that later. I don't want to get into it that much. I've shared a lot of info on this, so we'll get into that maybe next week or the week after that, when we have some more video content and it's even more, finished up and figured out. But we're basically going to have 3 tiers for that, depending on what kind of project you have, what kind of garage you have, or that you're going to be building. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be really cool. Open us up a lot more to be able to drive and make this even better, instead of being just slammed and behind all the time. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna head out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Sick Tundi, bro.
We vlogging here.
Just,
Staying alive?
yeah.